Hello everyone. Now I'm starting one new topic. That topic is very important for your projects. The topic is DIY Arduino. DIY means do it yourself Arduino. What happens if you are making your final year project based on Arduino? You are using ready-made Arduino. In Arduino, the codes are ready-made, the hardware is ready-made. So what is your contribution towards your project? So at that time we are failing to tell the contribution. So DIY Arduino is very useful for your project, so that you can say, sir, software is ready made, but we had done our own Arduino board. So that own Arduino board is nothing but DIY Arduino board. So I had designed this DIY Arduino board, do it yourself Arduino board. So I am explaining you the theory of this DIY Arduino. So there are different types of Arduino. We had seen Arduino Uno, Arduino Mega, Arduino Nano, Arduino Lilypad, Boardino, and last is DIY Arduino. So today we are going to design this DIY Arduino. So to design any microcontroller based system, you require minimum microcontroller based system. So minimum system for DIY Arduino board has 5 units. The first unit is Arduino microcontroller Atmega 328. Second, power supply. Third, clock. Fourth, reset. And fifth, test LED. Now first is microcontroller Atmega 328. If you ask to the shopkeeper, give me Atmega 328, again it will ask which microcontroller you want. So Atmega 328 has two types, Atmega 328P and Atmega 328B. P stands for plain, and Atmega 328B, B stands for bootloader. For DIY Arduino, you require bootloader IC. So whenever you ask the microcontroller to the shopkeeper, you have to ask Atmega 328B. If you purchase P, then you have to convert that P means plain, into bootloader. So it will take time. So it's better to take ready-made Atmega 328B. So this is our first requirement, microcontroller. Second requirement is power supply. So we want plus 5 volt power supply for my Arduino board. And for that we are using 7805. So in first day we had studied power supply. So same circuit for plus 5 volt supply is used in this section. Clock circuit. We had seen the features of Arduino. In Arduino, clock frequency is fixed, and that frequency is 16 megahertz. You cannot change the clock frequency. Therefore, we have to use clock crystal 16 megahertz. But only crystal will not do anything. So it requires supporting circuit, and that supporting circuit is capacitor. If your crystal value is less than 15 megahertz, the capacitor value is 33 picofarad. And if your crystal value is above 15 megahertz, then capacitor value is 22 picofarad. In Arduino we are using 16 megahertz capacitor, so we are using 22 picofarad capacitor. Reset circuit. Arduino microcontroller Atmega 328 requires active low reset signal. Therefore by default we have to keep it active high, and we have to use one switch. When you press that switch, you will get logic 0. So logic 0 is the reset signal to microcontroller Atmega 328. And last circuit is test LED. We have done first practical LED blinking. That practical is used to test your Arduino. So if after loading the program, if LED blinks, then your board is okay. Otherwise there is problem in your Arduino board. So these are 5 basic blocks. Now we'll see the circuit diagram. So this is the circuit diagram and this is schematic diagram. Now first part is microcontroller. So this is my Atmega 328. Second part is power supply. So I am giving VCC 5 volt power supply. Then third part is clock. So I am using 16 megahertz capacitor along with 22 picofarad capacitor. 16 megahertz crystal along with 22 picofarad capacitor. Next part is reset. So this is my resistor which keeps pin number 1 active high so that it will not reset. And this is switch. This switch is used to reset the microcontroller. So when you press this switch, then microcontroller automatically reset. When it resets, your program will start from 00 memory location. And last circuit is test LED. So this is my LED and register. So LED and registers, test LED. So do it yourself has only this component, and the component list: microcontroller, crystal, capacitor, resistor. The cost of this circuit is less than 200 rupees. So again it becomes popular, and if you make it, it will 100% work. Now we will see the Boardino board. Boardino means on breadboard. So see, your first part is microcontroller, second part is power supply. So this is my power supply, and this is power supply indicator. So this is 7805, which gives 5 volt. The next part is clock. This is my crystal, and these are two capacitor. And next part is reset. So this is a resistor 10k, and this is switch. And last fifth part is LED. So this is test LED, used to test whether this circuit operates properly or not. Same circuit we can build on general purpose PCB. So this is the circuit on general purpose PCB. So your first part is microcontroller Atmega 328. Second part is power supply. This is power supply. Third part is clock. This is clock. Fourth part is reset. On this board we had not mounted LED for testing. So power supply, microcontroller, power supply, clock, reset. These are 4 parts. Now if you use general purpose PCB, then it requires more wires. So you can design your own special PCB like this. So in this first part is microcontroller, second part is power supply. So here you have to connect adapter. This is diode to avoid polarity problem. This is input capacitor. This is 7805. This is output capacitor, and this is power supply indicator. So this section is my power supply, which gives 5 volt. Next part is clock. So this is my crystal, which gives 16 megahertz and 22 picofarad capacitor. So this is my clock circuit. My next circuit is reset. So this is a reset switch, and this is a reset register, which is connected to VCC and pin number 1. And last part is test LED. So this is my test LED. So this is my do-it-yourself Arduino. These pins are same as your Arduino board, so you can connect shield on this board also. Now this is your hardware, but to execute any program you require hex file loaded into this IC. So how to load hex file into this microcontroller? And for that there are 2 techniques. So first technique is use your Arduino board and remove your microcontroller and connect your do-it-yourself Arduino. You have to connect 5 wires from this Arduino board. Your first wire is VCC 5 volt, second wire ground, third wire is RX, fourth wire is TX, and fifth wire is reset. This reset is very important. If it is not available, then this program will not load. So you have to connect these 5 wires, and you have to use same software. Everything is same. Without this microcontroller, only this microcontroller will load the program. So program will be loaded into this IC using this RX TX pin. So this is one way, but for this you have to purchase again Arduino board. I don't want to use Arduino board, so the alternate option is FTDI. So this is FTDI. FTDI is device used to program the Atmega 328 IC, or you can say Arduino IC. Again we have to use 5 wires. The connection is like this. We have to use 5 wires: VCC, ground, TX, RX, and test and reset. But you cannot connect reset directly. You have to use one capacitor, 0.1 microfarad capacitor. So if you use FTDI, we don't require Arduino board to program the IC. By using this FTDI, you can program the IC. The software is same, Arduino IDE, everything is same, only programmer is separate. The cost of this FTDI is 150 rupees. Once you purchase, you are using it only for programming. After programming, you can remove this. So this is simple technique, FTDI. So FTDI is very useful for programming. So this is do it yourself Arduino board. Okay, thank you very much for observing this